Money and measurement sense. You will be able to explain measurement sense for money and explore activities leading to measurement sense for money. If you look at the Singapore primary mathematics curriculum, money is not under measurement, it's under numbers. But in other syllabus from other countries, they include money as part of measurement. So I'm including this in another week so that you can see measurement sense for money. All right, so what is money actually? So money is a medium of exchange which consists of coins and bank notes. So we do have coins, we do have bank notes. In Malaysia, we do have 5 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents, and 50 cents. Last time we have 1 cent, but then we don't use it anymore. Okay. So money replaces barter trading where items are exchanged between two people. So, for example, if I have a sack full of potatoes and you have a sack full of tapioca, so we can exchange. Okay. All right. So these are examples of barter trading which happened a long time ago before we use standard units. So, for example, a barrel of corn for 10 small barrels of wheat. Okay, 3 goats for a cow, 4 chickens for a sack of potatoes. Okay, so these are all non-standard measurement. So then we change to standard measurements where we use money. Different countries will have different types of money, but this is for Malaysia. And in Malaysia, we use Ringgit Malaysia or MRY, something. Okay. So, for example, if you want to buy 2 chicken thighs, it will cost you 8 ringgit and 90 cents. Okay, if you want to buy one big sized lemang, which is like right now because it's Hari Raya, it will cost you RM 25 ringgit. Okay, so 25 ringgit. Yes, this is real. That's the actual price for one lemang, a big one. Okay, and the third example is RM 250 ringgit per night for a standard room with 2 separate beds in a hotel in Kuala Kangsar. And that is also real because that's what me and my uh, co-presenters needed to pay in Kuala Kangsar. Okay, so it's a nice hotel. All right, so these are what we call as standard measurement. So when we use standard measurement, we can actually know whether it's less expensive or more expensive. Okay. All right, let's look at types of money. Okay, so in Malaysia, for example, we use Malaysian ringgit, and if you go to Singapore, you have to use Singapore dollar. If you go to Brunei, you have to use Brunei dollar. Okay, if you go to other countries, they have different names for their currency. Okay, so you can watch a YouTube video to see the different symbol, the name, and so on. Okay, from different countries. So I have on the other side a link where you can watch all the currencies, all the money from different countries. Okay, and countries where you have never heard of before as well. So it is interesting how some countries just use the same money symbol as others, like USD, okay, American dollar. Some countries they just use American dollar as well. So this is the link. I can't click on it in this recording, okay, but you can click in your notes. Okay, so have a look at all the currencies, learn about the currencies of all countries in the world. Okay, so this is Malaysia, money in Malaysia, as you can see. From the bottom here, this is 1 ringgit, and then the green one is 5 ringgit, 20 ringgit. The red one is actually 10 ringgit, and then we have this greenish, which is 50 ringgit, and the purple is actually at 100 ringgit. Last time we used to have 1,000 ringgit, and also, if I'm not mistaken, 500 ringgit, but they abolished that. Okay, imagine if your salary is 3,000, so you will get three pieces of 1,000 ringgit each. And if you go to buy something at the supermarket, okay, or hypermarket, um, then you will get a lot of change back. Okay, and these are our shillings or coins, right? So we have 50 cent, 20 cent, 10 cent, and 5 cents. Okay, let's look at measurement cents. And I hope you can still remember the three components or the three items in measurement cents. Right? So what is measurement cents for money? How many components are there in measurement cents? Why do we need to follow the steps in measurement cents? Let's have a look at this. So there are three components or three items in measurement cents generally. So you need to know this so that you can guide your students when you become full-fledged teachers. Number one, you need to identify the measuring tool. Okay, number two, you need to identify the unit. And then number three, you need to know how to write the process of measuring using the measuring tool and the measuring unit. So this is very structured. Okay, being a maths teacher, you have to follow this structure. Okay, so when your students are older, they already know how to use measurement sense. Okay, example one. You are given 30 ringgit. You are to go and buy 6 oranges and 6 red apples. When you get to the shop, you see that one orange is 80 cent, okay? And one red apple is 1 ringgit 20 cent. Use the measurement sense to solve this problem. Okay? Now, in in um in the textbook or in exercises given, you will not see use the measurement sense to solve this problem. They will just say solve the problem. But when you want to solve the problem, when your students want to solve the problem, ask them to use the measurement sense. It's structured. That's how the process actually works. Okay, so first you need to identify the measuring tool. The measuring tool is actually Ringgit Malaysia. Okay, and identify the units. Okay, what will the units be? The ringgit, banknotes, and the cents, the shillings. Okay, so these are the units. You're not going to use Singapore dollar. You're going to use Ringgit Malaysia. Okay, and 50 cent or 20 cent, which is Malaysian shillings. Okay, so the measuring process, you need to turn to the next page. Okay, here is the process. So first of all, look at the price for the oranges. Calculate how much 6 oranges could cost or would cost. So you do the calculation. And this is the mathematics part of it. Okay, so 80 cents times 6 equals to 4 ringgit 80. And B, look at the price for the red apples. Okay, this is step by step. To you, it might look like it's trivial, but to the student, it's meaningful. Okay, calculate how much 6 red apples would cost. So 1 ringgit 20 cents times 6 will give you 7 ringgit 20. So C, the next step. The total price for 6 oranges and 6 red apples are, okay, show the calculation so that the students can see, oh, this is how the calculation is being done. 4 ringgit 80 cents plus 7 ringgit 20 cents equals to 12 ringgit. Okay, so you give 30 ringgit to the storekeeper, and how much balance should you receive? So 30 ringgit minus 12 ringgit, you should receive 18 ringgit as balance. Okay, so this is how measurement sense actually uh, guide students on how to calculate and how to solve the problem. Okay, so see measurement sense as a guide. Okay, so it's a guide for students to be able to solve the mathematical problem, right? So don't skip one component just because you understand, but then some of your students who are slow learners might not be able to understand. Okay, example 2. You are going to travel to Saudi Arabia for a holiday. Oh yeah, nowadays you can go to Saudi Arabia for holidays. You are going for a week. How much should you bring to in Saudi riyal? So you see here, the currency for Saudi Arabia is Saudi riyal. Is and they do have shillings as well. Okay. All right. So use measurement sense to solve this problem. Okay, identify the measuring tool, which is Saudi Arabia's money or currency in Saudi riyal, and identify the units. It will be riyal and the shillings. Okay, and then the shillings there. Okay, so riyal and shillings. Oops, sorry. All right, so first identify the measurement process. So to get the Saudi riyal, you need to go to either the money changer or the bank. So one Saudi riyal is actually equals to 1 ringgit 0.18737. When I look at it on this day, it is 1 ringgit 18737. So if you want to bring 1,000 Saudi riyal, that means you have to give the money changer 1,187.37 ringgit and cents. Okay, so you can also use the foreign exchange calculator online to double check your calculation. Right, so this is the process. This is the process. This is where you identify the measuring tool, okay, and identify the unit, and then you write the measurement process. Okay, so what should you do? What is the calculation like? And so on. Okay, so those are the two examples where we use measurement sense to solve problems. And do remember, measurement sense is actually a guide for your students to solve the problem. Okay, all right, so that's all for money and measurement sense for money. Thank you. Bye.